It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, aka Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
Every time I go live, one of the main questions that I get asked is, Mike, can you give some breakout players for this upcoming season? So I listened to what everyone is asking, and in this video, I'm going to give you 5 defensive players who could potentially have a breakout season in 2021. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we drop in news and rumors of all things Detroit Lions on this channel, analyzing and having a great time doing so. Let's get 200 likes in this video and show the legacy media that, yes, one guy can get it done. When we talk about breakout players, when it comes to the defense, it is very difficult because, look, we've seen what happened last year with the Lions defense, and it was a killer regarding the stats. One of the worst of all time for a franchise, and that is saying quite a bit. But doesn't mean that that's going to be the case this year, and there could be individual players who can really contribute and have a quality season. So we're going to get to 5 specific defensive players and why I think they can have a breakout season. The first player on my list is Jamie Collins, the linebacker that we did pick up last year from New England Patriots. Yes, you say it, the New England Patriot player, no way. Well, let's talk about how bad the linebacking core currently is for the Lions. And such, having a player that can actually do a decent job could be breaking out for the Lions because we need to have somebody in the middle that can make some plays. And I think with him and Aaron Glenn, they can get some work done. He is the best linebacker on the team, and we're going to notice in a little bit later how the defensive line got beefed up. And so when you have a beefed up defensive line, it does trickle down to have a quality linebacker. But when it comes to Jamie Collins, he is the most gifted linebacker currently on the Lions roster, and I think he can probably get 2 turnovers this year. Have a good time getting those interceptions because we're going to need it. And I think he can do a decent job covering the middle as long as we have a good defensive line that doesn't give the quarterback 7-8 seconds in the pocket. And if that's the case, he's versatile enough, he's fast enough to make some decent plays and do much better in 2021 than last year. And I think when it comes to Jamie Collins, we need him to do well or we're going to be in a world of hurt. So, my linebacker breakout player of the year is none other than Jamie Collins, and let's hope that he can have a breakout year for 2021 because we sure need it on this defense. Let's get those likes up, folks. Let's get to 200 likes in this video. All you got to do is hit that like button. It's free to do so and helps support the channel. Plus, Chat Sports, hey, let's show these guys that one pride's for real. Breakout player of the year, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty right now. We're going to talk a little bit about this defensive line. And newly acquired defensive lineman, none other than Michael Brockers, the man who can wield the Thor of Hammer, I think is going to have a breakout season. He was with the Los Angeles Rams last year, and obviously when you're next to Aaron Donald, you can get some stuff done. But the defensive line of the Lions is pretty stacked now on the interior, and it's going to give some one-on-one matchups to Michael Brockers. And he's going to have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder going from the Rams, traded to the Lions for fairly a low-round draft pick. Michael Brockers still have gas left in the tank, and I think we're going to see it with opposing quarterbacks getting sacked here and stopping the run and helping. And with people around you that can actually contribute, it gives him a chance to shine. Michael Brockers was a fantastic trade for the Detroit Lions, and it's really going to give a veteran presence to the defensive line. This young defensive line, when you have somebody that has done it before at a high level, he can teach these young guys, and it's going to really trickle down to a quality line overall and good veteran leadership to the young guys. So not everything is going to be statistics when it comes to Michael Brockers, but having such a presence in teaching these young guys the ropes, man, to me, that is quality that we can't really get on a stat sheet, and that goes against a lot of what PFF says. But guess what? There's a lot more things than just stats that makes players quality. And with Michael Brockers bringing everything that he is one of my breakout players of 2021. Yes, we're going to the rest of the defensive line here, and we got Trey Flowers. He needs to have a breakout season. Why? Because he barely played at all last year, and I think if he can just contribute just a little bit, that's breakout. But I do think he's going to get around 10 sacks like he always does. And again, just like we talked about with Michael Brockers, he's going to have more one-on-one matchups because we do have more help at the defensive line. Trey Flowers is getting paid big money, and now he's going to be able to stand up back because we've seen he's going to be in multiple formations. He's not going to be just standing down and getting after the quarterback. He's going to be a little bit back playing linebacker sometimes, and I think with that and multiple fronts, putting him in more positions to succeed is going to give him a chance to do much better. And we do need help in the middle of the field, and he is a big guy. And I think with him doing multi-positions, with him getting mixed up, and it's not like he's a rookie. He is smart. He's got the good IQ. He's a veteran, and it's going to give him chances to make some big plays. And considering the fact that he hasn't done a whole lot in a Lions uniform, that really gives him odds of should be having such a high contract. I think this year he's going to do much, much better in year 3 in the Honolulu Blue, make some plays, and be a breakout player for the Detroit Lions. Yes, I'm going to say keep hitting that like button. The more likes we get, the more chances this video gets out. I'd love to get 200 likes in this video. Smash that like button. Like I said earlier, it's free to do so. Smash that like button. Levi Onwuzurike, the defensive tackle that we draft this year in the 2nd round. I think he's going to have a breakout season. I'm really psyched to have him on this squad. We needed help at the interior, and he was one of the first pieces to get it. His presence is going to immediately help the defensive line. We've seen what happened when it comes to players getting run down on last year on our defense. I mean, literally every running back in the world was getting 5-6 yards a carry. Immediately insert Levi, and he is going to slow that gap down, and he's going to stop these massive runs that's been happening on our defense. And he can get after the quarterback straight line, because that's how quick it is when you're in the interior. So he's going to get some presence on the quarterback, and he's going to stop the run and help that hole. More importantly to me is stopping the run, because we've been getting gashed, and you can't win football games when teams can easily run 5-6 yards on you every single time. And Levi is going to be a piece of that. He's obviously going to have Aleem McNeil next to him, John Penasini, but he is going to be the presence that really helps out and brings this defensive line to the next level. And he does have good quality speed and break out versus the offensive lineman with his hands and get to the quarterback. And that's something that the quarterback been standing there for 7 seconds. Levi Onwuzurike is one of my breakout players for the Lions in 2021. Lastly, but surely not least, is the Lions' 3rd overall pick last year, and that is Jeffrey Okudah. I do think he's going to have a breakout season because he had a mixed season, not a good season last year. Now, he's got competent defensive line in front of him. That's obviously going to help out the secondary. He's not injured like he was last year, and most importantly, he has a competent defensive coaching staff that knows what to utilize his skill set. The last year, the coaching staff itself was absolutely gutter trash from top to bottom. It was a bunch of clowns in a clown show, doing a clown show. And so now we have actual competent coaches that can teach these young guys to get in the proper positions to make plays. Jeffrey Okudah has all the tools. He's physically big, he's fast, he's got speed, he's instinctive. Now insert health, insert scheme, insert second year with a full off season. Jeffrey Okudah is going to have a breakout year. I'm not saying he's going to be an island guy just of yet, but with last year being rough, it's going to be much improved this year. Jeffrey Okudah is not a bust in my opinion. He's not going to be a guy that we're going to be throwing away. He does have talents, and I do believe the talents are going to show in this season, and we really need him to show out this season because we don't need to have a third overall pick be a bust. So I think with everything put together in this pot, he's going to do a decent job for the Detroit Lions and grow quite a bit from last year as a breakout player. Overall, it is hard to have breakout players on the defense, and specifically 5 because there's only 11 starters. With that said, the concept of, again, players who are injured or players who didn't have a great year, I think will take a leaps and bounds. I'm not saying these guys are going to be absolute studs, Pro Bowlers, not even close. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that you're going to see much an improvement from last year to this year, and that's going to be much needed for this team after they played last year. So I think these guys will do much better. We'll see how far and how well they get groomed from the new coaching staff and they progress. We'll see that, but I do think they're going to be better. We do have videos dropping here on my channel nearly every single day, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on every single video that I dropped. And it's breaking news, it's rumors, it's everything. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. And on Thursday, we got the One Pride podcast on my channel, 6:30 p.m. EST, a fun interactive show where if you got questions, the panel and I do have answers, and we have fun, we have a great time, and we interact and talk all things Detroit Lions.